we were having sex, and I could be like, hey, I like you. I want to see where this goes. Can we go? I want to make you my lady. Let's, take this to another step. Then that might be something different. But if she asks me, what are we doing? I'm not gonna pursue that situation.
I don't know, Sid. Like I'm kind of different in it. Like I would rather her approach that to me than me approach that to her. To be honest,
to initiate a relationship,
it's kind of like a bitch.
So, boyfriend.
So that will go.
Yeah.
You want? Do you want her? Do you?
I'm double sided on this.
Do you want her?
Double sided on that.
Do you want? Would you like a woman to propose to you?
Yep.
Oh shit.
So both y'all want women to propose to y'all? Because I want to leave that in. I want to leave the women proposing to men in 2020.
Knock me off.
I want to draw some. I want to draw some.
Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Let Brad. Let Brad. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I want to turn the camera around and let Brad explain.
I'm ready to go.
Hold on. Let Brad explain. Go ahead.
I'm ready to end
with the relationship piece, right? When we talking about, all right, when we get to a certain position or where we are, I think as a man, when you say, hey, this is where we are, and I think we should do X, Y, and Z, I think now you're putting leverage in the woman's hands to say, okay, this is where we're going to dictate the relationship versus her coming to you saying, hey, like, we've been doing X, Y, and Z. What are we? Now you got the driver's seat in your hand to say, hey, like, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're not going to do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm going to push back?
Go ahead.
When you see those men get proposed to, how many of those men you ever seen say no?
Nobody's gonna say no.
Hold on.
I haven't seen
any, and you know why? Because you said you in the driver's seat, but most men are not in the driver's seat when a woman gets into her masculine position to ask you to be her wife. That's why she's asking, because now she knows that if I ask you, nigga, you gonna say yeah. That's why she does it. Nobody goes and nobody proposes. Typically, this is a typical. Hold on.
Relation,
yes. Typically, nobody proposes to someone if they don't already have a conversation about marriage.
I got a good example in the whole.
Go ahead. Chris, go ahead. What you gonna say?
This the game. It's a lot of things that men be missing when it comes to this. It ain't saying I want you to propose to me. No. Initiating a relationship is one thing. If you come to me saying you want to be married, right, or you asking me what are we doing, you asking me for me. I ain't asking you for you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the relationships I didn't draw it out like a year. Like, what are we doing? Or the ultimatum come into play. You by default asking for that man's commitment, which is the same or almost equivalent to asking for his hand in marriage. Now the issue come into play when you want to pull the cameras out to make yourself look like a goddamn fool by getting on one knee.
Yes.
And the other part of that is a lot of men, what they try to do is over-masculate to make it seem as if they covering everything because they ain't never been in a position where a woman ready to give them everything. So when I'm trying to get, how many men I know she ain't proposed to more than one man before. So I'll be the only guy you done did this for. I want that. How many? I done had plenty of chicks. I done been proposed to 3 times. I done heard chicks. Engagement queens. I done been a fiance. I done been a fiance. I done been a fiance. Where they at? Dead, gone. How many niggas you proposed to? Not one. So if I'm that one you proposed to, I know I'm a different type of nigga than the niggas you used to dealing with.
And then no. I push back. My pushback on that is maybe you is a different type of nigga that I typically date. Maybe I think you a lesser nigga. That's
so
why
I'm gonna have to get on one knee.
Get on one knee, and that's why I propose to you because I know you ain't got the strength to say.
But again, I gotta know, be cognizant of what I done did and how I and interacted with you to even get you in such a position.
So let's cut the bullshit. You think you gonna ever get to a position where a woman gonna propose to you?
Nah.
Okay then, because we all know.
And propose again. I'm putting them on an even keel. I done been in them situations many a times where the woman say, "What are we doing? We've been talking. I want to get in a relationship with you." That's not the same as proposing, no, but it's on the same playing field.
Basically, she's saying I'm ready for you to ask me.
Yeah, she asking me.
That's the whole question. What are we?
To ask me. I'm ready for you to set this up and take the lead of this. I'm ready to take the lead and do it myself.
Because of things I've done, you want that relationship with me. It's been plenty of situations where dudes that ask you, do you want to be in a relationship with me? And you said no.
No, but if I'm saying, hey, babe, I like you. We've been spending months together. We doing that X, Y, and Z together. We sleeping together. I think we should take this to the next level. That's not me saying, hey, let me take your hand and ask you to be my man. I'm letting you know.
It's the same. It's on the same thing.
Goddamn, I'm trying to finish. I am saying that I am ready for you to take some initiative. I'm recognizing that we in this place together. I'm recognizing I feel like your vibes are here. I'm letting you know, baby, I'm ready for you to go ahead and move the carriage forward. I'm not saying I'm ready to ask you to be my man. That ain't never been a conversation.
Okay.
I'm letting you know that.
I'm gonna push back on it. But hold on. So if let's say you get there, right, and I say, well, I ain't ready for that shit, then what?
Then it's over with. I don't need to be here no more.
Bro, and that's what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not getting ready to be getting down and on bending knee. That should be my man. That's not happening. When a woman asks you where y'all at, she really ready to pull back on you. You feel what I'm saying? So she really trying to get you to do more versus what you. No, it's not.
No,
you
I
asking women.
like I'm wasting my time. I don't want to be that couple that's just shacking up for years and nothing, and then you die. And
Damn, she said die.
Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna
How
be
many
that.
years?
I'm gonna be that old special friend in the funeral.
You know, or you in obituary.
You feel me? I need to know, am I wasting my time? I'm not trying to be a forever situationship.
But if you ask me that right now, and if I ain't been put you in that position, am I not telling you this indirectly?
Man, how many
you're
stories
telling me
heard?
indirectly by making me do this more than 1 year.
How
or
many
2
stories
years?
have you heard of men proposing to women and they said no, and they kept going back to this same woman time and time again until she finally said yes?
I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like
no.
a man shouldn't be that weak. If she said no the first time, okay, maybe. The second time, I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm not trying to go back. She don't want you.
Yeah, she don't.
Same way with a woman proposing to a man. I'm sorry, Chrissy and Jim Jones. That woman proposed to that man. Then he followed back, proposed to her. They went through a bankruptcy, real estate, and they still ain't married. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm not trying to be a forever girlfriend. I need no.
But if that works, what's wrong with it?
If it worked, then why did she feel like she had the need to get on a knee?
It ain't working.
First of all,
it didn't work.
It's her age. Let's talk about it. Her age comes because she's older than him.
Yes, but she's been with him forever. A man knows instantly. No, they know when they're going to marry you. After 5 years, girl, baby, I would have cut that loose, cut it off.
And you gonna go start over with another nigga?
People start over. I'm not trying to.
Miss Wanda said, when a woman asks that question, she's asking for clarity.
Exactly. That's all I want to know. Am I wasting my time?
I can see that.
I'm not asking for you to do more. I just want to know, is this worth it? If not, baby, we can still not.
They ain't sure asking for you to be my boyfriend.
You done gave me 15 years of your life. It don't work. You just finished.
I'm gonna be me personally. I'm not gonna give you 15 years.
But the thing is, if you're a woman and you give years without clarifying what you are,
that's your fault.
You have already told me what you are to me, right? Which is not a wife.
It's not a wife. And I know for a fact that you've settled and you start nesting with me.
Can we leave this?
Go ahead.
Can we leave that every woman that they're a wife in 2023?
Ooh, okay, speak on that. What you mean by that,
Brad? All right.
I don't think in this country in general, this is not a black thing, this is not a white thing, or Asian or Latino thing. I just think in the West in general, we don't encourage women to be matriarchs and wives anymore. I think we condition women to be just workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think when you talk about these subjects or whatever, like women think that because they are functioning adults, that they're automatically wise. I'm just like, bro, like when was the last time you had a functioning relationship?
Yeah.
Like, have you been in a relationship more than a year? You know, do you have a track record of having healthy relationships? Or are you always known from high from the guy to guy? Are you always known from being on the roots of the roller coaster? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you don't have that history, it's almost like you trying to go in for a job. And I look at your resume as an employer, and I see you have all these, track record of work, but it's been temporary. 3 months here, 5 months here, 6 months there. I'm like, damn, like, okay, you got work experience, but you're quick to leave the job. So I'm looking at it as an employer, like, damn, like, how the hell I'm supposed to be confident that this employer is going to be here for a good while if they're always hopping from job to job? So that's what you have with a lot of women now. You have a lot of women that have experienced a lot of men, but they haven't really been in those relationships to know how to work with a man to the point where they think that, oh, I'm an adult, I do X, Y, and Z, I'm functioning, so that must mean I'm a wife. Nah, baby, you probably just a good time girl, or you probably a girlfriend.
Should there be some type of training?
Bro, it was just when you were a kid. When you
I'm gonna say this because if you go to a lot of African cultures, we have like a rites of passage,
Mhm.
right? That's for the men. Should there be some type of rites of passage for men and women who want to, test the waters of marriage? Should you go, to some type of class, show you got this certificate that you can perform these type of tasks? Because don't you got to do that at a job?
The father's supposed to vet the man anyway.
Yeah.
So before
But
I
hold-
even
hold on,
dare to
hold-
take her, I gotta
but-
meet the daddy.
But
He's supposed to approve me.
but in our community, there's a lot of women who don't have fathers to do the vetting.
So it's already
So that's the issue. There are a lot of issues